I wanted to run, wanted to hide, tear down my walls from the inside. Riches have burned.
Hello.
Hey, Reed, how are you?
Good. Is this Keith?
Yes, it's me.
Hey, how's it going?
Going good, Reed. How are you today? How's the day so far?
Yeah, it's going all right. You know, it's been a slow start for me, but I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
It was good, Reed. Day was good. All good here. Thank you. So, Reed, Momentous, your upcoming album is to be out on 4th of November. So, would you like to tell me a bit about the songwriting and the production behind this new album?
Yeah, for sure. You know, momentous. I mean, I guess like a lot of artists and a lot of musicians, they were probably heavily inspired by what happened over the last 2.5 years with COVID, just because it affected everyone, regardless of what you did, who you were, and everyone had varying degrees of either mental illness or issues and what have you, right? So I can tell you that it was heavily influenced by that, and I know we're probably not the only ones to say that, but that was a big part of it. And you know what? I think being a musician and being a writer, you always are trying to search for something that is inspirational or something that is kind of feeding the writing process. Um, and so I think for this album, that was a big part of it, and so that's what drove a lot of the writing and how the songs came to be.
Wonderful, wonderful. And talking about the album, 10 amazing songs, beautifully written, great musicianship, amazing outcome. I really enjoy the album as complete. So, as a creator, as a band, how do you feel about the outcome of this one?
You know, I personally think it's our best release ever. I mean, and I think every release we ever do will be our best or favorite release, I imagine. But this one's definitely very special. A lot of things went our way. We had more creative freedom, and we were able to take more chances and add more to our record. So overall, I'd say that this one's probably our best one we've done, and we're super excited about it to release it to the world.
Awesome, awesome. And on October 5th, you put up the video for The Deafening featuring Stu Block. So, would you like to tell me a bit about the making of this video and about this particular song?
Yeah. First off, Stu Block is an incredible human being and almost even better of a singer. He's exceptional to work with and a consummate pro. Writing this song, we didn't know exactly how it was going to all flesh out and what it would turn out to be. But once we kind of had the demo done and we kind of understood what the song was and where it was going, because the song deals with a lot of internal struggle and a lot of battling against oneself and in your head. The idea of having a guest vocalist on this was brought up pretty early, because we're like, well, what if we could have someone that could be that altered voice or that extra voice? And so we ended up reaching out to Stu, and thankfully he responded and he was interested and he liked the song. He recorded his parts in his studio, and then we'd also reached out and worked with Percival, who is on the song as well. They do the intro and they play some orchestral and accompaniment throughout the song, and a few other songs on the record as well. And we were like, well, what if we could get Stu in to do the video? And so we reached out and we said, hey, we'll fly out here, we'll put you up, and if you can do it. And he was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. So he came out, and we worked with an incredible director named Seth Williams from Flip City Films, who we've worked with before on our previous single, Ignite. We worked with him on his previous song, and everything just literally came together so perfectly. I can't even explain it. I've shot enough music videos now where there's always something that, like anxiety or something could go wrong or something doesn't quite pan out. And this is probably one of the only times where everything just was perfect right from the get-go. And the ending result, I think, speaks for itself.
Absolutely. And previously, you put up videos for Beyond the Sun and Dominion. Do you have plans to come up with more videos in the coming days?
There's one more single, one more video, I'm not going to say what it is, but it is coming out here pretty soon. And then obviously right before the record drops. But I think us as a band, we always like to release extra material anyway. Once an album's released, you know, we like to throw in more content. So just because we're going to have 4 singles before the release of the record doesn't mean that we're going to have, you know, more, you know, videos and content coming out after the record. So
Wonderful. And any particular plans on the day of the release?
yeah, we have a big show in our hometown of Calgary, Alberta. So we're going to be having a big release show there, and then we have a show in Edmonton the night afterwards, which is the city just north of us. And then we're going to be doing a bunch of Western Canadian dates across 4 provinces all of November. So that's what we're kind of doing in the near future, and then in the kind of more distant but still foreseeable future, we're going to be doing a lot more kind of touring and trying to promote the record as much as we can.
Amazing, amazing. And any plans in 2023 to go out of Canada to the other continents and play for the fans out there?
That's the goal. The goal is to get across the pond, whether it's over to Europe, you know, even down to the United States, Latino America, like just anywhere we can, because we've noticed with this release especially that we've had a growing fan base in multiple markets, and we want to get out there and we want to play it for the people that like our music, like anyone else would. So we're hoping to do that. That's the goal.
Awesome. And recently you guys won the Metal Recording of the Year at YYC. So how do you guys feel about that? And what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously it's a great honor to be even considered for awards. I mean, we were nominated for a Western Canadian award as well,
Yeah.
which is fantastic and a great honor. And then obviously Arcspire, who's a big up and coming band in Western Canada, they won, and rightfully so. They're incredible in their own right. But you know what? For us, it was great. We got to accept the award at the Grey Eagle Casino. That's where it was held, which is on Tsuut'ina land, which is Treaty 7 land, First Nations land here in Western Canada. And it was a great honor to accept it there, and to also give recognition to the First Peoples of Canada. And it was a great honor. It was a great night. We got to dress up and have fun, so it was good.
Wonderful. And any plans on the merchandise part for the fans this time around?
Yeah, you know, we've got all our merch kind of announced now. You know, we've got the shirts, we've got toques, we've got hoodies, which is great because you know, especially in long Canadian winters, it's always good to have hoodies or extra clothes and all that kind of stuff. I know that we're hoping to get vinyl for this record. It's not out yet, but if we have enough people kind of prying and kind of knocking on the door and telling us that they want vinyl, then it'll become inevitable and we'll have to get it done. So we're hoping for vinyl, but so far we've got shirts, hoodies, you know, CDs, what have you. So we got all that stuff.
Wonderful. And how has the journey been for you so far? It was Osyron.
Personally for me or the band?
Personally for you.
Yeah, you know, it's great. I joined this band when I was 21 years old. And you know, I didn't know that there was a band that existed like this in Calgary, because it had all the elements that I craved as a vocalist. And just to be a part of the journey and to make friends, you know, with the people that are my bandmates, and to grow with them, and to see where this band has evolved, and the sound that it's slowly developed, and you can see where it's going. And I'm so excited for where it's going to end up. You know, beyond this record, you know, to beyond the sun, but beyond all, you know, beyond all the next records and stuff. I'm excited, and the journey's been great, and I've made some lasting friendships, I think. So it's been fun, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
Wonderful. And any big dreams for you?
Big dreams for me?
Yeah.
Well, I think one would be to tour the world with music. I think that's the goal. I mean, I've seen a lot of Canada. I've been down to the States once or twice, but in regards to music. I mean, I've done a little bit of more traveling, but the goal would definitely be to get over to Europe, get down to Latino America, get out to Asia, get, really tour the world with my music and the music that I'm a part of. And then hopefully become famous enough that I can be friends with NHL players, because I'd love to just have best friends that are hockey players that are whatever, because I view them as rock stars, and so that'd be if there's anyone listening that's an NHL player or potentially going to be in the NHL, I'm available to be your friend, and I'd love to come support you and all that stuff. So that'd be great. But anyway, that'd be some of my dreams.
Amazing, Reed. And would you like to share some of the highlight moments with Osyron for you?
Highlight moments?
Yes.
Yeah, obviously up at the top right now in recent memory would be working with Stu Block. Just because of the band, because of this album, we got to reach out to him and he got to be a part of it. And I've been listening to Stu since I was like 15 years old, especially being a Western Canadian. He's a Western Canadian. And his voice was just something that, especially as a teenager, I was like, how is that even possible to sing like that? And it helped push me, amongst other influences that I have, obviously. And so working with him was an absolute honor and a great moment. And also working with people like Percival out in Poland, people who've done like the soundtrack for the Witcher 3 video game. I mean, I'm not a big video game guy myself, but just working with people that are so accomplished and are creating pop culture music that has to deal with pop culture and what's relevant right now. I mean, that's an absolute honor. So I think working with those two groups of artists has been some of the highlights of recent memory, just because it's I would never imagine being able to do it, so it was really cool.
Amazing. And Reed, finally, what would be the message that you want to give to your fans around the world?
I'd say thank you so much for all the support. Hopefully you like this record, hopefully you love this record. There's a lot more coming down the pipeline and a lot more exciting things for us to do and explore. So your support means the world. And if you don't like the record, then fuck it. Like who cares? Because that's art, and you don't have to like it. But if you do love it, we want to hear from you. We want to know what you think, and hopefully we can be at your city or town and perform for you soon. So thank you.
Amazing. And Reed, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on this interview. And thank you and the entire band for giving us an amazing album this year, Momentous, coming out on November 4th. Thank you so much for the great music, and looking for more music in the coming days, and hope to see you guys on the road real soon.
Thanks, Keith. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate being here and doing this interview. So thanks very much.
I appreciate it. Take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too.